Hey guys, welcome back to Manyushi Vlogs. In this video, we'll be taking you on a 3-day road trip from Bangalore to the French capital of India, Pondicherry. We'll be covering everything from the roads to the destination, the vibes and the ultimate 3-day itinerary you need for your next long weekend. Let's roll. Hi guys, हम लोग पौंडीचेरी के लिए निकलने वाले हैं. ये हमारी रोड ट्रिप होने वाली है. तो अभी थोड़ी देर में निकलेंगे and we'll show you around. Ready? चलिए फिर. We hit the road around 5:40 a.m. to beat the Bangalore traffic. Then we made our first stop at the Murugan Idli shop. This place is around 90 kilometers from Whitefield. Pondicherry is around 300 kilometers from Bangalore. A straight drive to Pondicherry should take around 5 hours and 20 minutes. But because we stopped for breakfast, it took us around 6 hours to reach our resort. Okay, now first things first, we really liked the food at Murugan Idli shop. This isn't your typical order and eat spot. They have this amazing hospitality style. Once you sit down, the delicacies just keep coming. You order your basics, but then they keep bringing out these fresh, hot treats for you to pick and choose right from your table. It's basically a breakfast buffet that comes to you. If you're a foodie, this is a must visit on your way to Pondi. After having this soulful food, we put the car back in gear and hit the open road. If you're taking the route via Tiruvannamalai, you'll encounter around 5 to 6 toll booths. For a one-way trip, it'll cost you roughly around 550 to 600 rupees. If you're a frequent traveler like us, look into the annual pass scheme. For 3,075 rupees, you get 200 crossings a year. It's a total game changer for road trippers. There's something so therapeutic about a road trip, where the city concrete turns into lush greenery and rocky hills. We finally pulled into Lahe by Loka, located right opposite the Auroville Visitors Center. After the early morning rush from Whitefield, walking into this lush green sanctuary felt like an instant reset. We visited Pondicherry in January, which is often called as a golden window of visiting this place. The temperatures stay between 22 to 28 degrees Celsius, so you get those bright, sunny skies for your photos without the sweltering humidity. It's breezy and pleasant. When you enter this resort, the first thing that hits you is just how green it is. The word Lahe means slowly, and the property truly lives up to that name. The vibe here is incredibly calming. This place is perfect for a digital detox.
कैसा लग रहा है आपको?
अभी तो जस्ट एंटर कर रहे हैं. अभी हमारा चेक इन टाइम 2 बजे है, बट आई थिंक दे लेट अस इन बाय 12:30.
अच्छा, तो हर जगह यही होता है. दिस इज द रूम गाइस. रूम के लिए आप कितनी रेटिंग देंगे? बाय द लुक्स.
The rooms were spacious and had a rustic finish. They give you a very minimalist vibe. Our room was just next to the reception, and we borrowed some board games and a deck of cards to play with our friends in the evening. काफी close to nature है, इसलिए यहाँ पे टीवी भी नहीं है. यहाँ पे आप पेंटिंग देख सकते हैं. After checking in and freshening up, we grabbed a quick light meal at the resort. One thing to keep in mind about dining here is that you won't find those massive, overwhelming buffet spreads. Instead, they have a small kitchen and the food is okay. It's simple and home style. It's definitely not bad, but it's not exactly delicious or a highlight of the stay either.
गाइस, हम लोग जा रहे हैं ऑरोविल विजिटर सेंटर. जस्ट वॉकिंग डिस्टेंस पे है, 27 मिनट का रास्ता.
Jokes aside, Auroville is actually 300 to 400 meters away from Lahe by Loka. It's very easy, 5-minute walk, so you can definitely leave the car behind. For those who don't know, Auroville is an experimental township dedicated to peace and sustainable living, and it's famous for the iconic golden dome, the Maitrimandir. It's a place where people from all over the world come together to live in harmony, and you can feel that peaceful, spiritual energy the moment you step onto those forest paths. There are 2 cafes inside the Auroville Visitors Center, the Dreamers Cafe, which had a rating of 4.0 on Google, and the Right Path Cafe, which has a rating of 3.9 on Google. It focuses more on healthy, organic and wholesome meals, and the seating is quite spacious and surrounded by greenery, offering a more Auroville feel. We actually sat down and waited for quite a while, but unfortunately the service was struggling to keep up with the crowd, so we decided to explore other options. If any of you have visited, let us know in the comments below how it was. We'd love to know if this is a better pick for our next trip. The courtyard outside the Right Path Cafe had this beautiful rangoli making activity going on right in the center. It's moments like these that make Auroville so special. It's not just a tourist spot, it's a place where art and community happen right in front of you. We stopped at the Dreamers Cafe and tried out their pav bhaji, coffee and a few other items. It was a major disappointment. We waited for our order for quite some time, but the food really didn't hit the mark for us, and we'd actually recommend skipping this one if you're looking for a good meal. Stepping into the main entry point of Auroville Visitor Center, the energy immediately shifts from a tourist hub to that of a peaceful museum. Right at the entrance, there's a charming little bookstore filled with works on philosophy and sustainable living. But what really catches your eye are the walls. They're inscribed with the motto and vision of this township. You'll see beautiful paintings and sayings that explain the heart of Auroville. It's such a quiet, reflective environment that you can't help but slow down and just take it all in. In 1950, Sri Aurobindo, India's famous revolutionary and spiritual visionary, left his body. His spiritual collaborator, a French woman named Mira Alfassa, was named as the mother by Sri Aurobindo himself. Now once you leave this shaded entrance area, you're officially on the path to the Maitrimandir viewing point. You need to collect a pass to enter, which is completely free of cost. You just head to the desk near the entrance, tell them how many people are there in your group, and they'll hand you a pass. It's a very quick process. Keep this pass safe as you need to hand it back at the exit. The walk to the Golden Dome is about 1 kilometer long, and honestly, the trail itself is part of the experience. As you start walking, you'll walk past some of the beautiful souvenir shops. They aren't your typical tourist stalls. They sell unique Auroville-made products like handmade incense, pottery and organic clothing. A bit further down, you'll come across Kala Kendra, the arts and culture hub. It's a quiet, open space where you can often see local art exhibitions or workshop happening.
मतलब वहाँ पे कुछ आर्किटेक्चरल चीज़ें स्कल्पचर्स टाइप के रखे हुए थे जो कि काफ़ी इंट्रिकेट।
लैंटर्न चलेंगे तो अच्छा लगेगा।
शाम में थोड़ा अच्छा।
Sometimes it does get a little hot and sunny outside, so we recommend carrying an umbrella or wearing a hat. And definitely don't forget your water bottle. You'll thank us later.
₹30 का टिकट है यहाँ पे।
पहले उधर ही चले ना।
As you walk further along the path, you'll encounter something truly spectacular, the Auroville banyan tree. This isn't just any tree, it's over 100 years old and actually marks the geographical center of the entire Auroville township. And finally, there it is, the Maitrimandir. It's covered in nearly 1,500 gold-plated discs and is designed to look like a giant sun emerging from the earth. Inside that dome is a massive meditation chamber with a single crystal that catches the sunlight. It's an architectural marvel. Also, just so you know, the gold on the discs is real, 24-karat gold leaf sandwiched between glasses. And this represents the birth of a new consciousness.
लगभग 10,000 स्टेप्स भी हो गए। आई थिंक लौटने तक तो हो ही जाएंगे।
हाँ, तो हेल्थ वाइज अच्छा है।
और ये इनसे पूछ लीजिए।
मनीषा, आप क्या बताना चाहेंगे? आपको क्या लग रहा है ये कैसा है?
What's so intriguing and honestly a bit magical is how the branches reach down to the earth, forming these massive prop roots that look like a forest of pillars. And there's an incredible sense of peace when you stand beneath its massive canopy. It's easily one of the most photographed and admired spots here, and when you see it in person, you'll truly understand why.
जंगल से जा रहे हैं,
हमने एक शॉर्टकट ढूंढ लिया है।
अंकल ने बताया हम लोग को, तो वही शॉर्टकट में जा रहे हैं। देखते हैं कहाँ जाते हैं।
If you're not up for a 1 kilometer walk to the dome, Auroville actually has some great options. You can rent a cycle and pedal your way through these beautiful forest trails. It's a very popular way to explore the deeper parts of the township. They also have shuttle buses that run regularly between the visitors center and the Maitrimandir, which is perfect if you're traveling with kids or elderly family members. It's a quick and easy way to skip the heat. We weren't quite ready to call it a day just yet. After a quick refresh at Lahe by Loka, we decided to swap the forest quiet for some French charm. Before we head into the heart of White Town, we have a crucial tip for anyone staying in the Auroville area. Lahe by Loka is technically located just before the main toll booth that leads to the Pondicherry city. This means every time you visit French Quarter or any place inside the city, you have to cross the toll and pay the fee. So if you want to spend all your time in Auroville, this location is perfect. But if your main goal is cafe hopping in White Town or hitting the beaches every day, you might want to consider a hotel inside the city limits itself. It was a 20-minute drive from Auroville to the heart of White Town. Pondicherry is beautiful beyond a doubt during the day, but at night it gets all the more charming. The first thing you'll notice is how the vibrant mustard yellow walls and the bright white shutters take on a completely different glow under the warm street lamps. If you are an architecture lover or just love a peaceful night walk, this is the soul of Pondicherry. There's a certain romantic stillness here that you won't find anywhere else. We headed to a restaurant called The Spot, and honestly, it turned out to be the highlight of the day. We grabbed a table at the first floor, which was the best decision ever. Right from where we were sitting, we could see the dark, shimmering expanse of the beach and hear the waves crashing nearby. There's something so special about dining with a view of the ocean. It's one-of-a-kind experience that screams vacation mode. We decided to be a little adventurous and tried a bunch of new things on the menu, and everything was absolutely delicious. Every single dish hit the mark, and if you're looking for a place in White Town that delivers both on vibe and taste, The Spot is a must visit. After that incredible dinner, we weren't quite ready to leave White Town yet. We decided to take a stroll across the famous Rock Beach Promenade. The January air was so refreshing, the wind was blowing constantly, and it felt so pleasant compared to the afternoon sun. Even at this hour, there's something so therapeutic about just walking by the ocean and hearing the waves. It is a perfect way to let our dinner settle in and soak in the midnight vibe of Pondicherry. The local police does start clearing the promenade after a certain point. Even though we were a little late, the policemen were actually very polite. They allowed us to go in and take a quick stroll. It's just that they wanted us not to go beyond a point. It made the whole experience feel very safe and well managed. After that final bit of sea breeze, we headed back to our resort. Hey guys, this is day 2 of our Pondicherry trip. Today, we'll be heading straight into the heart of the city to soak up that famous French Quarter vibe. Our plan today is a mix of sun, sand and great food. No trip to Pondi is complete without a serious cafe hopping. So stay tuned till the end. We had some South Indian breakfast at Lahe by Loka and headed out to our first destination. To reach Paradise Beach, you'll need to head to the Chunambar Boat House. This is the primary gateway where you can purchase ferry tickets to cross the backwaters and reach the island. It's about a 30 minutes drive from Lahe by Loka. We finally arrived at the boat house to catch our ferry to Paradise Beach. First thing first, we paid 40 rupees for car parking and an additional 10 rupees per person as an entry fee to the boat house complex. The parking area here can be a bit chaotic. The traffic management wasn't the smoothest, and we also hit a bit of a language barrier. The guards responsible for parking were speaking purely in Tamil, and we didn't really understand what they were trying to tell us. So it was a bit of a hassle and delayed us a little. The boat house typically operates from 9:30 am to 4:30 pm. We had reached this place by 11 am, and by the time we finished navigating the parking and the communication struggle, it was already 11:30. And honestly, that turned out to be the absolute best time to arrive. We walked straight up to the counter, bought our ferry tickets, and headed to the boat. And trust me, there was no queue at all. We were able to board our boat almost immediately. It felt so smooth compared to when we returned from the beach after a few hours. The scene was completely different. The queues were massive. So try to get here early morning or by 11 am at the latest. The standard motor charges were around 350 rupees per adult. Welcome to Paradise Beach. After a 20-minute ride across the thick mangroves and palm trees, as soon as you step off the boat, you're greeted by this vast stretch of pristine golden sand. What makes this place so unique is its isolation. Because it's only accessible by boat, it feels like your own private island getaway.
ये है इंडिया का माया पे।
There is something so healing about the ocean. Stepping into these cool, crashing waves at Paradise Beach, you can feel all the travel tiredness just wash away. I've visited many beaches, but this one is truly special. It's widely considered as one of the cleanest beaches in India, and you can see why. The sand is pristine, the water is deep, clear blue, and the atmosphere is so calm. And then we spotted this little guy, just a lone seagull, standing perfectly still as the white, foggy foam of tide rushes in around it. It's such a cinematic National Geographic style moment. It perfectly captures the vibe here, unbothered, peaceful, and completely in tune with nature.
इससे हम लोग आए हैं वापस। गए बड़ी वाली से, आए छोटी
चलो।
वाली से हैं।
After our sun-soaked adventure at Paradise Beach, it was time to switch vibes completely. We headed back into the heart of White Town, and honestly, every corner here looks like a postcard. There's something so poetic about these streets, the white arched windows and those iconic bougainvillea-clad walls, the pink flowers spilling over the compound. Oh, it's such a quintessential Pondicherry shot. If you're looking for that perfect Instagram frame, this is exactly where you'll find it. Now, if you've searched Pondicherry on Instagram, you've definitely seen Coromandel Cafe. It's easily the most hyped spot in White Town. And honestly, walking in, I totally got why. For the vibes, the decor, and the stunning interiors, it's a solid 9 out of 10. It feels like you've stepped into a beautifully preserved French villa. Every corner is a photo opportunity, and atmosphere is just incredible. If you're looking for that quintessential Pondi aesthetic, this is the place to be. However, when it comes to the food, it didn't quite live up to the visual hype for us. We tried out a few signature dishes, but it wasn't quite the wow experience we were expecting. But hey, that's the beauty of cafe hopping.
तो गाइस अभी हम लोग हमारे परम मित्र मयंक अग्रवाल के कहने पे चाट का चस्का जा रहे हैं और लेट्स सी कि जो वहाँ का कैसा होता है। वो आदमी 2 दिन पहले आया था यहाँ पे, लेकिन जो हमको नहीं बताया, तो अब जो है हम लोग जो है आगे बढ़ रहे हैं उसके बताए हुए जगह पे।
Since this place was a short, pleasant walk through the French Quarter, we decided to give it a shot. Sometimes the best travel finds aren't the ones that you see on Instagram, but the ones recommended by friends, and boy, were we glad we listened. The interior was wildly decorated with quirky Hindi puns and sayings all over the wall that instantly put a smile on your face. If you appreciate a place with a sense of humor and a bit of desi soul, you'll definitely love the decor. We went for some classic comfort food like churchur naan with chole, pav bhaji, and their classic chaats. The food was good and satisfying, but the star of the show has to be their ginger tea, so do try it. Before heading back to the coast, we made a quick stop at the Immaculate Conception Cathedral. Even if you aren't religious, the architecture here is stunning. As the sun began to set, we headed back to the promenade. This is easily one of my favorite parts of Pondicherry. There's a truly playful vibe here that hits you the moment the sun starts to go down. Whether it's the street performers, the families enjoying the breeze, or just the sound of the ocean hitting the rocks, it's a perfect evening for a vacation. There's something so incredibly calming about walking along this road with the vast ocean right by your side. The evening breeze was just heavenly. It was one of those hell of an experience moments where you just forget about your phone and soak in the salt air. It's a perfect place to decompress and truly feel the pulse of the city. Right along the walk, we passed the old lighthouse. It is this majestic, pure white structure that looks so pleasing to the eye against the evening sky. You can't go inside, but honestly, the view from outside is amazing enough. We decided to just sit there for a while, talk, and watch the world go by. It was the most peaceful evening we've had on this trip so far. After that long, beautiful walk, we realized we weren't quite done with our favorite find of the day. We headed back to Chaska for one last round of their incredible ginger tea. Sitting there in that quirky atmosphere, reflecting on the day, was the perfect way to wrap up.
तो गाइस हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं आज?
से ऑर्डर कर रहे हैं ताकि हम यहीं से उठा के यहीं पे खा पाएँ।
हम लोग जो डायरेक्ट डिलीवरी वाली जगह पे आ गए हैं जहाँ पर हमको खाना है, क्योंकि पौंडीचेरी में अभी 1 बज रहा है और 1 बजे हमको कुछ नहीं मिलता है, ना ओरोविल में ना कहीं और। 1-2 शॉप खुली हुई है, सब बंद है और हम लोग खुद ही ऑनलाइन ऑर्डर करके ले सकते हैं। मुझे काफ़ी लग रहे हैं आप क्यों इतना, अभी तक तो आपको नींद आ रही है?
अभी मैंने सॉस लगाया है मंत्री जी से डॉमिनोज में तुरंत मिलेगा अभी एक घड़े हाय गाइस, तो आज संडे है, हमारा लास्ट डे ऑफ द ट्रिप एंड हम ऑरोविल जा रहे हैं ऐसे ही टहलने के लिए एंड मे भी कुछ सूवेनियर्स लेकर आएंगे।
हाँ, और हम लोग ने जो है चाबी वापस कर दी है अभी, क्योंकि हमने सब गाड़ी में पैक कर लिया है। अब हम लोग 11 बजे यहाँ पे चेकआउट होता है, तो इसलिए हम लोग जो है मैग्नेट लेने जा रहे हैं और फिर आके वापस चले जाएंगे। बीच में हम लोग मुरुगन इडली की जगह जाएंगे जहाँ पे हम लोग शायद लंच करें या जब भी शाम।
वो हमारा सॉर्टेड है पहले से ही बिकॉज हमें बहुत अच्छा लगा था, तो वो तो हमारा एक स्टॉप होने ही वाला है।
We spent some time exploring the Auroville library, which was such a serene academic vibe. We took a short, refreshing walk around here. Coming here early in the morning was the best decision. The crowds hadn't arrived yet, and this entire place was draped in this incredible peace and silence.
थोड़ा बढ़िया है और वहाँ पे तब बड़ा पेड़ कितना बढ़िया लग रहा है। यहाँ हम लोग कल भी आए थे, लेकिन आज हम लोग कुछ सुबह आए हैं तो काफ़ी कम भीड़ है।
We also visited the Kalki boutique. Videography isn't allowed inside the main shopping sections, so we could only capture a few glimpses for you. The boutique itself is quite a luxury experience. They have everything from high-end clothing and handmade papers to unique home decor. It's a bit on the expensive side. With our hearts full and our bags packed, it's time to say goodbye to this beautiful coastal town. We've listed the budget of our trip below, so don't forget to take a screenshot for your future reference. Some of these expenses will be fixed, but others you can customize to your liking. Comment down your questions below and we'd be happy to help. If you enjoyed riding along with us, please give this video a big thumbs up. We'll be back with more such videos. Until then, please subscribe and share this video with your travel squad. Also, if you haven't followed us on Instagram yet, do follow us there. We'll be sharing more of our travel experiences there. Happy traveling!